Okay, I'm just looking at your Lab 12 and giving you a little bit of feedback. I like that you indicated it's going to be a convenient sample. That's absolutely true. I think rather than, if you don't get enough results, maybe what you need to do is post it on social media. Maybe you can do it that way as well, instead of just recruiting friends and roommates and things like that, because that might just be really kind of biased, and it might introduce some other bias that you wouldn't have otherwise. The inclusion and exclusion criteria, I think 18 years old. Certain characteristics participate, so I think that's going to need to be cleaned up a little bit. Will there be some questions at the beginning of the survey where if they say yes, for example, or no, then the survey ends on them, and maybe just kind of put in there like exactly what those characteristics are, and then excluding them, allergies and hard of hearing. So you've got some examples, but I would be really specific, like what's going to exclude people and what's going to include people, and then how will you can set your survey up so that the survey ends if they answer a certain way on some of the inclusion or exclusion criteria. Ages 18 to 23, because they're students. Yep, it's going to be demographics that are characteristic of UMD. So you could probably look to see kind of what the breakdown is of University of Minnesota Duluth students, and probably say it's going to be representative of that, and you could probably spell that out, because I'm sure we have that somewhere, probably online. 30 to 40 participants, hopefully you get that many. Yep, course credits, and so okay, so you're going to use computers, so this is all going to be on Google platform, and through the Sona. Yep, okay. So I'm just kind of looking through to see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you or give you some feedback on. Okay, I mean, that's all I have for now. I think you guys have a really good start on your participants and procedures. I guess I would look through your procedures a little bit more. I'm a little unclear on exactly how the procedures are going to happen, because you've got the Google platform, and then you've got Sona. It's a convenience sample. So the Sona is where the survey is. And so I guess maybe you could clean up your methods just a little bit more. Are they just going to be given a link? Is it going to be, this is something that we advertise to students in courses who, get extra credit. And if you're going to introduce the idea of maybe putting a survey on social media, you'll want to be clear about that as well. I think that would be more ideal than just recruiting friends and family. And then to help control for third variables, we'll avoid, extraneous variables is what you mean by that. Just in terms of like, you want to not ask participants leading questions. You want to be able to generalize, but you don't want to kind of have participants leaning in a certain way. And so yes, your demand characteristics will be, yep, good. Okay, anyways, just a little bit of feedback for you. So I would just clean up some of those things that I mentioned, your inclusion and exclusion criteria, and just kind of be a little bit more clear about your methods. And I think that will be good.